Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Troyman201 back with another video for you guys today. And today, it is the return of the sports reactions. And I'm very excited to bring this back to the channel. And today, we're doing something a little different. We're reacting to two different races that happened this week, both at Darlington Raceway. Yeah, I was going to get the Sunday race reaction out a lot sooner, but it just didn't happen. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just combine both race reactions in one video. So the title of the video will end up being Darlington Doubleheader Race Reaction, but I'll explain in the description what happened. I mean, exactly what's going on. Because it wasn't exactly a doubleheader, but you'll understand in the description. So for Sunday's race, Oh no! Oh yeah, William Byron won stage 1, Brad Keselowski won stage 2, and ultimately Kevin Harvick won the race. I gotta say, the racing was pretty good and pretty entertaining. I mean, tire strategy came to a huge play. You had spinouts from guys like Jimmy Johnson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., William Byron, Kyle Busch had a problem at one point, which I was happy for that. After what happened on Wednesday night, which I'll get to that. But yeah, the racing was pretty good, and unfortunately, the last 30 or 40 something laps. Sorry about that. Okay. Was kind of boring because Harvick just pretty much drove away to win the race, but Alex Bowman was so close. I mean, if he was able to complete the pass, Alex Bowman for sure would have won. By the way, Hedge Motorsports had a heck of a start to the race, but then unfortunately things went wrong for Johnson and Byron. So Ellie and Bowman were the top finishers, which saved Hendrick Motorsports' day. Team Penske raced all right. They didn't do too bad. Brad Keselowski did win a stage, and so they raced all right. Chip Ganassi Racing definitely had a really good day. Matt Kenseth and Kurt Busch ran very well. Let's see. Joe Gibbs Racing, they did okay, but they didn't race all that well, to be quite frank. And then two rookies actually finished in the top 10, John Hunter Nemechek and Tyler Reddick, so congrats to them. And both of them got a top 10 finish, so good for them. And then Straw-Haas Racing had a decent night. Certain cars were running in the top 10, but ultimately Harvick carried the banner by winning the race. Yeah, Straw-Haas Racing did have a decent night. Roush Fenway Racing, not so much. I mean, I guess Newman was running okay, but and by the way, I actually did see the race, but the next race I'm reacting to, I did not see. I had to watch the race rewind as well as the race review to find out what happened exactly. But, yeah, so for the Real Heroes 400, which which happened on Sunday of this week, I give the race a 84 out of 100. The racing was pretty entertaining, pretty good. The broadcast was good. You had tire strategy come into huge play with the spinouts that happened. And Jimmy Johnson kind of brought it upon himself that he spun out. Like, that was totally his fault. But yeah. And you actually saw a lot of drivers making moves as well. Although once Harvick drove away towards the end of the race, you couldn't catch him. It was a done deal. But other than that, the racing was pretty good. All right, so now for the Toyota 500, which just happened a couple days ago, actually. The racing was, I'd say, even better than on Sunday afternoon. Not as many people viewed the race, but from what I saw, the race rewind and what Eric is up saying, the racing was pretty good. And of course, there was drama towards the end of the race there. I'd say the teams that had the best nights, definitely Stuart Haas Racing and Joe Gibbs Racing, because Hendrick Motorsports is kind of having an on and off night, and Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman actually did not. I mean, their cars actually did not end up finishing very well, but they were running well on most of the night. But unfortunately, their finish was hurt. I mean, their finish was not that great. Unfortunately, yeah, that was a stone cold bummer. And Clint Boyer won the first two stages, and Denny Hamlin, unfortunately, won the race. Wasn't too pleased with that, especially with the fact that his teammate Kyle Busch did. I was not a fan of what he did. Okay, I know he was trying to claim it was a mistake, but it was not. He slid up right into Chase Elliott and wrecked him. He did it intentionally. He tried to claim it was a mistake at the end there, but no. Kyle Busch slid up right into him, and that was clearly, I mean, it was clear as day that Kyle Busch purposely wrecked him. No shadow of doubt in the back of my mind that, yeah. And by the way, I did see that Christopher Bell had an issue. And John Henry Nemechek actually spun out, so that was unfortunate. Yeah, the rookies did not run very well in either of the races, but at least Reddick and John Henry Nemechek got a good finish in Sunday's race. But enough about Sunday's race. We're focusing on Wednesday night's race. And Jason kind of did something that might have been a controversial. He actually gave the finger to Kyle Busch when he was getting to the ambulance. He was not happy whatsoever, and neither was his crew, because Kyle Busch clearly didn't intentionally. I mean, thankfully Kyle Busch did not win the race, but I was not happy that Hamlin won either, because the guys on Joe Gibbs Racing are just jerks. I'm sorry to say that, but they are. They do whatever they can to win, and and it ends up causing more trouble, unfortunately. But yeah. There was a lot of good passing, I must say. I mean, Chase Elliott made a bold Zlowski. And then Eric Jones made a bold move, taking it 3 wide. Yeah, it was unfortunate that Hendrick Motorsports did not have the best finish, but they ran well as the race went on, but unfortunately their finish was hurt. Joe Gibbs Racing and Stuart Haas Racing clearly had the best nights, and they finished pretty well. Well, Joe Gibbs Racing, that's unfortunate, but I'm happy for Stuart Haas Racing, especially with Clint Boyer winning 2 stages, and then Harvick and Almirola were running well. So I didn't see how Custer did, but yeah, it's all right. Roush Fenway Racing, did not race well at all, and neither did Chip Ganassi Racing, Kenseth, and oh yeah, in case you didn't know, Matt Kenseth is filling in for Kyle Larson, because of something that Kyle Larson did, and Larson felt terrible for what happened, but yeah, Kenseth and Kurt Busch did not run very well. Joe Gibbs Racing and Stewart-Haas Racing were clearly the standout teams, and then Hendrick Motorsports wasn't running well at one point. But, of course, Kyle Busch wrecked Chase Elliott, and then Alex Bowman had issues, and then Byron Johnson ended up not finishing very well at all. But there was a lot of passing, and it was tricky to... it wasn't as tricky to catch the leader. There was a lot of good battles for the lead, for sure. With that in mind, I give this race a 95 out of 100. Definitely really good racing on Wednesday night over what happened. Over Sunday afternoon's race. But yeah, well, that's gonna wrap this video for you guys today. And as always, have a great